following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hello there, this is PuddleJumper from Rocket Cats. Well, Rocket Cats Productions. Taking a little get used to right there. I wanted to discuss something today that's really been on my mind since the announcement of Overwatch 2 and the 5v5, or as I say, the 5v5 problem. I could be wrong, but I think one of the major reasons why we haven't got at least the PvE side, I mean PvP, not PvE, PvP side of Overwatch 2, which we are, maybe less than a week away from beta, I'm thinking. Or maybe it's a week away from beta. I'm not sure the exact date. I know it's next week. The problem I think that they have is 5v5. And I want to submit my evidence today on this. You know what? I'll get to what I would have done after I go through this. Legend of Talon and Hero of Numbani. Doomfist and Orisa's tank overhauls. They're overhauling Doomfist and Orisa to be tanks. You know what? Doomfist is almost a tank. You know, I'll go with it. You know, the way I understand it, Sigma was Doomfist originally. So let's take a look at Doomfist. I'm sorry, I had to give me a little drink to keep from coughing. So right here we got the Overwatch 2 Doomfist rework. General changes. Is now a tank. Health increased to 450. This is not a change. I believe this is actually in the current game when it's not got an exclamation point. Hand cannon ammo recovery increased to once every 0.4 seconds. Oh wait, no, they did change that. Damage reduced from 6 to 5 per pellet. I guess the exclamation points must be major changes. Power block. Protect yourself from frontal attacks, blocking heavy damage, empowers rocket punch. You know, that actually sounds pretty cool. I might enjoy Doomfist as a tank. I really do not play Doomfist right now. But, you know, that might change. I am a tank and support main by tradition. By tradition, I mean I have almost exclusively played that. I've played, actually, you know what? I've got good bit of hours on DPS too. But when it comes to what I actually play, yeah, I'm a tank and support main. Empowered rocket punch travels faster, further, and deals increased damage. You know, that could be good. But I see the Reinhardt problem. Empowered rocket punch travels faster. That's great. Further, and deals increased damage. You talking about if you're not aware, Reinhardt in Overwatch 2 is going to play different from Reinhardt in Overwatch. He can cancel his charge. I get the feeling you're not going to be able to cancel mid-punch somebody. You might could. That might be pretty interesting. But I'm going to take a guess that's not going to be the case, and you're going to see Doomfist become the new "No, Puddle, don't charge!" Uppercut ability has been removed. So that's one of the main stays of Doomfist as is for DPS. It allows him to kind of stun and take his enemies off balance so that he can get in for the kill shot. Rocket Punch. Max charge time reduced to 1 second. Impact damage reduced to 15 to 30. Wall slam damage reduced to 20 to 40. And so they're trying to make it where he's just not a big brutalizing killing machine. Tank. Seismic Slam now launches you just like Winston's Leap. On landing, it deals damage and slows enemies. Yeah, that's good. I can see that. Make it, you know, you get in there with something like that and then add in, you can't add a second tank because it's 5v5. You're missing a second tank. So I guess you could get in Reaper right there and just, along with the Doomfist, and just murder them all. Meteor Strike now adds a slow to all enemies hit. Outer ring damage reduced to 100 to 15. Activation time reduced to 0.5 seconds. I see some pluses and minuses here. He's definitely going to be a tank. I think he'll be a lot more playable. I think you will see Doom play go up. I think he'll be a decent tank. I think he'll be sort of a dive tank similar to Winston, who looks like he's going to be concentrated around slowing enemies. So what you're going to be wanting, your Junkrats, your Reapers, stuff like that to come in and hit hard on these slowed enemies to boost this Doomfist's abilities. Now let's look at something that I do not like the look of. Orisa rework. There's parts of this I like. There's parts of this I'm like, no. No. I'll give you my opinion when I'm done with going to Orisa what I think. Augmented Fusion Driver. Now rapidly fires large projectiles. Projectiles start large and shrink down. Uses a heat mechanic instead of ammo reload. You know, I kind of like that. Basically, it sounds like you're probably going to be doing pretty heavy damage. They have javelins, as you can see in this character now. I feel like you'll be shooting mini javelins, and it slowly works its way down. And the ability to just stop shooting and you immediately probably will recover ammo essentially with this. Probably gonna be pretty massive. Let me just send a message to Demonic, and I'll probably edit this out. Now, Energy Javelin. Launch your javelin at an enemy to stun and knock them back. More effective if the enemy hits a wall. You made Orisa Doomfist. Launch your javelin at an enemy to stun and knock them back. More effective if the enemy hits a wall. You split. Okay. We got Doomrisa. Okay, Doomrisa. Okay. Alright. We're moving on. Fortify now also gains 125 temporary health. I like that. Now also slowed by 20% while active. Reduces heat generated from firing by 50%. One of the reasons why this is being done is because you have to have the hammer mechanic in here. Because, to some degree, because, oh, I don't know, she doesn't have a freaking shield. Javelin spin. Spin your javelin to destroy projectiles, push enemies, and increase forward speed. Okay, see, I like that. The reason why I like that is it's replacing your protective barrier and allowing Orisa to be a lot more aggro. See, I actually may like this Orisa rework more than I thought. There's one ability that's missing that I'm pissed about, though. But I like this because it allows you to charge the enemy at your own rate and be a lot more aggro as Orisa. I like it. Terra Surge. Sweep in enemies and anchor down, gaining the effects of Fortify and charging up a surge of damage. Use primary fire to unleash the surge early. Looks like that's the ultimate. So basically, look like they combine Zarya's Grab, Fortify, and a time damage burst. Okay, that could be good. I'll have to see how it plays in Overwatch 2 beta next week. I opted in. I'm assuming I'll get to play it. The way I understand, I think as long as you opt in, you get to play it. Now, like I said, they removed Protective Barrier, Halt, and Supercharger. And the one that I'm mad about is Halt. Halt is probably the most powerful ability in Orisa's kit. And I'm going to be sad to see it go. Depending on how this plays, it could be, okay, well, this was unnecessary evil. But I would like to at least see Halt on another character at some point if we can't have it on Orisa. It's just such a powerful ability that's not even an ultimate. Like, it's massively powerful. Now, I want to quickly discuss what I think is really killing the time or to make this game, as well as how I would have done Overwatch 2. A lot of times when you make a sequel or something like that, you go bigger. You don't go down, you go bigger. They went down. They went to 5v5 from 6v6. You know, I know it's, you know, game time, this and that. You know, a lot of it is they're trying to change up for the lack of, basically DPS has a long queue. They're trying to adjust for that. If there was a simpler solution, it requires, I think, less work. And I think, even with all these changes in Overwatch 2, could easily be implemented if they were to so choose. That option is 7v7. Hear me out. I know, 7v7, what's that? Nobody's talking about 7v7. 7v7 is 2 tanks, 2 supports, and 3 DPS. Don't curtail your tanks. Allow your tanks to work together in synergy. Taking that away, I think it's going to be a massive, massive casualty to the fun and enjoyability of Overwatch. Not to mention to the strategies that can be done. There are so many tanks that just work so well together, like Zarya Ryan, Winston Diva. You take this ability away, you're going to curtail a lot of fun. So the most fun I have in Overwatch is playing tank with Clay. We'll synergize our tank play, and we'll just have all kind of fun. But we're not going to be able to do that in Overwatch 2. We're either going to have to pick DPS or support. Now, we play a lot with Demonic, so we'll probably end up, when we're actually playing our roles, we'll probably do a lot of 1 tank, 2 support bullshit. But let's just be honest. I think a 7v7 would be way easier, and even with all these changes they're making in Overwatch 2, I think it could still be done. I think they could go in and, you know, just alter the code just a little bit, do a slight balance with the damage and stuff, and make it 7v7. Get the 2 tanks back. Increase the damage going out. I heard at one point that they cut the healing down. Boost the healing back up. Make this game a real battle, not battle royale, a battle to the death, actual teams working together. You know, I'm sorry, I think a 7v7 would be a much better game experience, like I said. Keeping that tank synergy, also allowing DPS to get lower queue times, allowing for gameplay synergy, I think would be massively rewarding. And it's something that I would hope Overwatch may consider in the future. But yeah, that's my opinions on this tank rework. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Follow It's PuddleJumper, Rocket Cats, and Burning Clay on YouTube. Don't forget to check out our Twitch, Burning Clay, and PuddleJumper X87. And if I can ever figure out how to change mine like Clay did, it will probably be It's PuddleJumper. Once again, check us out there, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.